really to discuss the recent events that took place nationally with this topic, specifically targeted racist commentary towards students at Stoughton High School and throughout the nation. We feel terrible for our students and our staff and families that have had to deal with this type of messaging. And unfortunately, as a nationwide targeted spam, I'm sure that a lot of superintendents, families, and staff members are dealing with this as well. We want to thank Chief McNamara of the Stoughton Police Department and her staff for supporting us and working with the Mass State Police, as well as the Commonwealth Fusion Center on this investigation. I'd like to turn this over to Ms. Miller to give you an update on what's happening at Stoughton High School.
Thank you, Dr. Valletta. So yesterday we received notice that some of our students had received this text message. So of course we started to investigate, and that's when we discovered that this was more than just a Stoughton High School issue. So we sent out a statement to our district and of course made counseling available to our students and staff throughout the day today for anyone who needed that support.
So in general, Stoughton has been a very diverse community for many years and has been a very supportive community. I'm a resident of the town and a graduate of Stoughton High School, and I feel very comfortable about what kind of a community we are. So this has a significant impact on our families and our students, regardless if they were targeted or not. This is intolerable way of targeting children, regardless of their age. So we thank law enforcement for taking this seriously and for trying to figure out where this is coming from, not only here in Stoughton, but throughout the nation, so that we can really do better for our kids. They deserve it, and this is type of language and commentary from an outright racist is really not tolerable. Thank you.
Can you tell us how many students have reported receiving these text messages?
At this time it's less than 10 that we know of.
How do you explain something like this to teenagers who are kind of wrapping their minds around why they received this text, the meaning behind this text? What's the message that you really want these kids to know?
I want our kids to know that they are safe at Stoughton High School, that we work really hard to make sure that all of our students and staff feel safe at Stoughton High School and in Stoughton Public Schools, and that we are here for them and we stand beside them and we stand against this hate and discrimination. Not tolerated at Stoughton High School, and it won't be tolerated at Stoughton High School.
I think it's important also to really thank our students for coming forward and our families. You know, it didn't target us, so I think it speaks to our students feeling comfortable when they see something, say something, if you will. And that's just because, as Ms. Miller said, it's a diverse school. It's a large school, over 1,100 students, and the kids and the staff are working together to try to figure out what this really means to them as an individual, and of course that's taken differently depending on being targeted or not being targeted.
Why do you think it made its way here to Stoughton?
I mean, we could go down the rabbit hole of that. I think that it's, I'm not sure it was a direct target to Stoughton. I think we probably are on somebody's list somewhere. You take a look at some of the other communities in Ohio and Pennsylvania, California, they're also diverse communities of students and population, so I'm going to guess that in general that was the attack plan. Stoughton also sometimes ends up in the news, so these podcasts pick up all of that stuff, and then you know they run with it when they see something that they think they can go after.
And what does the investigation look like in something like this? I bet it's kind of very hard for law enforcement to kind of pinpoint.
Yeah, the Fusion Center through the Mass State Police really takes over all of this, and as you know, it's also a federal issue with the FBI being involved. So what will happen is, and we've had spam attacks before, you know, almost every school system in the Commonwealth has, if not nationally, and so really it's an entire technology perspective, an attack to figure out where the message is coming from, what's that number, who's it connected to. And sometimes it's international. Matter of fact, I would say a lot of it has been international in my years as a superintendent, but sometimes it's within the community. So we don't get a lot of details of exactly what they do, except that we know that there's a lot of work in the background to try to figure out where these messages are coming from.
Have racist messages ever popped up like this before in the Stoughton School District?
In my 2 years here, I haven't seen it, but I'll defer to Principal Miller.
I mean, like a spam message, no. This is the first time we're getting a racist spam message. I think all school districts have incidences that they have to address, and we have had incidents in the past. but spam messages like this, no.
When was the first one that came through? That students were like, hey, I'm getting this is weird?
We were notified mid-morning, mid-afternoon yesterday, actually by a parent to let us know, and then we began our work from there.
And for any student that gets a text message like this going forward, what's their best step? Is it letting you know? Is it letting Stoughton police know? What should they do?
I think at any time that you're in school, count on the teacher that you're connected to, go to the administration, talk to your counselor. We really support the idea that Stoughton Public Schools, but Stoughton High School in this case, is a safe place for learning and for difference of opinions and everything else that happens in school. So really telling a teacher, telling an adult in the building, going to the principal we believe is the best way to move this forward. And then first thing we do is, if we feel in any way, shape, or form it's a police matter, we automatically contact Stoughton Police Department.
And Ms. Miller, what must the reactions be like when they do approach an issue like this? Or the text like this?
From the teacher or
From the student?
I think the students have varied responses. It depends a lot about how they're receiving the message, their history, and the experiences they've had in the past. But our teachers and our trusted adults in the building are well equipped to be able to manage the emotions of our kiddos and point them in the correct direction. So if they need counseling or support, they're well equipped to be able to give them those resources.
And can you each say and spell your name along with your title for us?
Sure. Juliet Miller, JulietteMiller, and I'm the principal at Stoughton High School.
Joseph Baeta, Joseph, Baeta, Baeta, Superintendent of Schools.
Catherine Weiss, Katherineweiss, and I'm the chair of the school committee.
Another question, just quickly. Have any students or parents pulled their children out? Has it escalated to that point where they feel like they can't come to school?
No, it is not.
And you're not aware of any other school districts in Massachusetts facing this?
Currently, I'm not, no. We do ask today, I know that the situation here is that this is now a law enforcement issue, so this will be our last statement until we have any details, which we may not get at all. And we continue to provide the counseling, the support, and the safety for our students and our staff, as we do every day. So any of our students' families that need that support, please reach out to Stoughton Public Schools. We're willing to support them in any way.
Just to clarify, you said only high school students were targeted, or did you say students outside of the high school?
At the high
Received
school,
these messages?
yeah, all we know about is our own students at the high school.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you.
We're hoping that the media stays away from the school. We know that you guys, if you do go up there, please stay up to the side of the street, not on school grounds.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're-